Hello and welcome to my channel. So in this today's video, I will talk and discuss about the Cloud Connector. And after completing this video, you will be able to set up a Cloud Connector to your own machine. So in the previous video, I already discussed about the SAP BTP trial account, and I also discussed about the global accounts and the purpose. And after that, I have created a sub account. So I also discuss about the region and what is the purpose of that region. And after that, I configure the on depth space. So basically that is the depth space. And I also discuss and configure the space quota, actually why it is required and when you have to plan for that. So I configured these and I also assign. So now you can see the assigned on space. So from here you can see that quota assignments. So now basically that is the applications. So if I go to the trial accounts and if I go to the depth space, so now actually this environment, our BTP environment, is ready to deploy any applications. So now actually we have to deploy any application. I can deploy, there is different way to deploy, but before that actually I need to configure the Cloud Connector. So let me discuss about actually what is Cloud Connector. So now actually this is your development environments. So for example, like you have, that is your development computer, and for example that is your local development environment, and this everything is within the domain, and your SAP systems, that is your SAP systems, okay. So now that is your that is your local network. In your local network, that is your local development environments. It's here you look like VS Code. You develop applications. After that you connect your SAP systems with your development systems with the your development system database. So now actually after that you can see your browser here, and this part everything is working fine because everything is in local network. So in another video I also discussed about, like, if I go to that UI5 YAML file, then I already discussed about how you have to set up the tool proxy, because if you don't set up the tool, so here you can see that I have set up the tool proxy. So that is the reason if I go to the manifest file, so here you can see the data source. The data source, actually I didn't mention my own server. Why that? Because now actually I am in development systems, but if I move to all code to query system, then it's not the good idea to fix the server, because when we transport this application to the query, then data will automatically get from the query systems, and if we move to the production system, so data will automatically move to the production system. So that is the reason I had to configure. But for your development environment, you have to set up the gateway, otherwise you will not get the data. But when you deploy, you can see that your UI5 YAML file is outside of the your web app folder. So when you deploy, then actually it will not upload in your server. So when it only matter that when you apply and when you deploy, and from that you will get the data. So that's fine, but like till now your development systems, everything is getting data, and your web page application is running from your local computer. But what happened, like if you deploy, for example, like that is your BTP platform, so now like let me just, so here if we just make it group, okay, so now that is your local environments, and that is your BTP platform. So if you deploy your applications from your local network to your internet platform, so basically that is the internet and that is the intranet. So then how you can connect your local systems, because still your data is in your local computer or your local systems or whatever it is, but everything is under intranet. But if you deploy in your applications to the BTP, then BTP is internet, so you need a connection, right? So that is the reason actually you have to use that SAP connector, that is called SAP Cloud Connector. So this SAP Cloud Connector basically from your target systems, your SAP systems will connect to your Cloud Connector, and Cloud Connector will connect to your BTP systems, and BTP systems will have that different type of target systems. This one of the target systems is your SAP systems in your local. So and after your deployment, it will automatically know that from which system it have to connect the data. So now that is the reason actually you need the SAP Cloud Connector to connect your data which is not in the internet. So basically that is your on-premises systems. But if your database, like for example your data, like your data is in the, like that is your HANA database, sorry, that is like that is your HANA database, and that is already in the cloud, right? So in this case actually you don't need Cloud Connector because everything is in the internet. But if your data is in the local database, so like if your data, that is your database, that is your local systems, So like that is your local systems. So actually in this case you need the Cloud Connector to connect your data. So basically that is the basic for that SAP Cloud Connector, and I understand that now you know why you need the Cloud Connector. So let's get started. So first of all, I have to log in to the SAP Cloud Connector. In another video, I already discussed about the SAP Cloud Connector setup and installation. You can find that, or if you face any problem during the installations of the SAP Cloud Connector, you just comments and I will try to help you. So basically that is a local host, and this port is 8443 for the SAP Cloud Connector. So let me log in. The username is administrator. So for the first times it's just timeout, so I am connecting again. Okay, so first times I've already changed the my user accounts, I mean that my password, which is mandatory. But in your case, if you first time log in, it will ask to change your password. That's it. So that is the first part actually for the Cloud Connector. So now what I am doing, I'm just basically connecting the Cloud Connector with BTP. So now this is my Cloud Connector, and I'm connecting SAP Cloud Connector with that BTP. So first of all, I need some information. This information, everything will come from the sub account. So this you can see everything is here like region. So if I just copy this and paste here, you can search from here, and that is the AWS. So you can see that is the AWS, and second part, that is the sub accounts number. So if I click on that, you will get everything. So basically that is the sub account ID. So I'm copy these sub accounts and I paste this, and display name is look like SAP HANA PHP. It's look like client 800, and I have to use my username and password. So that is my sub account user and password. And I'm using that password. So that's all. So if I just save, so now actually it is connecting to my sub accounts what I created in the previous video, and it will set up. So now you can see that is done, and that is already connected, and where it is connected, that is the region, this, and you can see the status is connected. So that means that your SAP connector, your BTP VTP is connected with the SAP connector, but now your SAP Cloud Connector needs to connect your own database. Okay, so so now that is the on part is done, like SAP Cloud Connector to BTP. So now actually we have to connect my SAP Cloud Connector with my own system. So here basically our own database systems we have to connect with the SAP Cloud Connector. So now what we have to do, if we go to, so now you can see that is the cloud to on-premises systems. So basically this is my on-premises environment. So here we have to click on the cloud to on-premise, and here you have to just doing some setup part. So add new, and that is the above part, above systems, HTTP, and that is the internet internal host and port. So how you will get this port? So if I go to SAP, so like so basically different way you can find that your port. So like for example, easy way is the like main service. I'm going to the SAP ODS UData service. Like from here, if I select any like what I can select any service, but let me, okay, I just anything is okay. So from here you can select the call browser. So from here you can see that it is showing that what is your internal host and internal port. So basically that is your host name, like SAP server, and that is the post. So just copy, and here if you use only the host and port, so that's it. So next you have to use the virtual host. So the virtual host, actually when you use, then always use that virtual host. So that is your virtual layer of your internal network. So for example, I'm just arif.com. So next it's only this is allow principal, it's okay. So actually we use only the internal host, that is SAP server, and another is that virtual host. So it's asking that which I have to use. So I'm using the virtual, that is arif.com. No need description. Next. So that is the check internal host. I just click here and finish. So now you can see that this is your virtual host, that is your internal host, and that is the check, the reachable, and your protocol is HTTP. Why HTTP? Because when you open, then you can see that is actually HTTP port you are using. And in the backing systems, that is the ABAP systems, so you are connecting with the ABAP. And when you use, actually you will use that virtual host, that is arif.com. So now actually we have configured this part mainly, like we have now that is connected, our cloud connector is connected with the BTP and also connect with that HANA system, and that is reachable. So now actually this data from cloud, from BTP to HANA database is connected through the SAP Cloud Connector. But still there is another part is pending. So you have to keep manually access. Like if you open that, you can see, so basically that your service is under SAP folder, then OPU, UData, SAP, this folder. So now actually you have to give access. So if I click here, edit, so here that is the resource. So now you can see that is reachable, and here actually you have to select which path you will have to give the access. So now if you give the access, like for example only this, then actually this BTP will get permission only for this service or this folder. But if you put that path only this, that means that it will get that all folders under that path. So currently I am just giving this. It's saved. So now actually you can see that your cloud connector is connected with your local on-premises database, and now actually from that BTP, it doesn't matter that where you are, it will always have your SAP connector from that location. So basically that is the part in that SAP Cloud Connector. So now actually in the BTP account you also have to set the destination, because the BTP account actually that is the, you may have currently you have that this destination only one, but you may have that many server, many destinations. So each and every you have to set up in that BTP. So now what you have to do, if you go to the SAP BTP, you will find just destinations. So currently there is no destination. So if you click on the Cloud Connector, then you can see that is the sub account Cloud Connector is already connected. How it is connected? Why it is connected? Because we just configure this destination cloud to on-premises systems is here. So that is the reason actually that is connected. And when you set up these, you have to make sure that this status, this should be reachable. That is the first step. Second step is you have to set the path, otherwise you will have that everything is fine, but actually it will not get any access. So that is the second part. Third part is that you have to go to the BTP, and after that actually it should be connected status, and from here you can see what is your virtual host and everything. So now actually these destinations is blank. We have to configure this destination. So from here you can just create a destinations. So name, what is the name of this destinations? Like HANA 800 client, that is the type HTTP. That URL actually, some people asked me that what would be the URL. They are confused, but it's very easy. If you go to the Cloud Connector, you will find this exposed backend system. So from here you can just copy, and in the destination you can just just create here. So HANA 800. So now actually you will find that these, and from here you have to add HTTP, and it should be, you must have to use just HTTP, and from here you have to use the on-premises systems and your basic authorizations, and you have to use your username and password, that is like Arif, and just save. So now that is saved, and that is the basic authorizations, and now if I click on that checking purpose, see, connection is successful. So all part is done. So now actually your BTP is ready to get data from your local server. So now if I recap everything, that first I connect to that SAP BTP accounts, and after that I have connected the cloud connections, and I have set up the path, and after that I go back to the BTP accounts, and that BTP accounts I have checked that everything is fine in the cloud connection, and after that I set up and I have checked that everything is fine. So now if I deploy any application in the BTP, and if this data connected with my on premises, then actually it can easily get data through the cloud connector. So that's all for today. So let's continue with the next video. And if you think that my video is really helpful, please like, comments, subscribe. And if you face any problem, please just write a comments, and I will definitely try to help you. Thank you.